Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you find yourself in this weird, wild, wacky world of ours. Welcome to another exciting installment of Darkness and Dublin, Late Night Edition. Booyah! This evening's scene is going to be set shortly after the previous scene at the penthouse of a noted Dublin socialite. As the monk, who is totally not a dead Euthanatos, makes his way towards the Temple of a Thousand Happinesses, also known as the place where the Yakuza come to unwind, the noted den of the Ebon Dragon. Welcome to Saisho's personal hell. Important question. How does the monk approach?
Walks through the fucking front door. No,
I mean, do you bring 20 guys with you?
No, by himself.
What was that, sorry?
No, he shows up by himself.
Okay.
With the gift wrapped and presentable.
Okay. Would you like to roll me intelligence etiquette, please?
I would, sir. Might I use either entropy 1 or mind 1 to lower the difficulty of this roll?
You may use entropy in order to quirk fate in your particular direction. Yes. Feel free to roll your bones.
Okay.
Let me know. It would be standard difficulty. Actually, no, it'll be difficulty 7 minus whatever successes you get on the entropy roll.
All right. Versus entropy.
And it will be a threshold of 3 successes.
And diff 5 on the entropy roll?
Yes. Minus whatever foci you may have.
I'll take a moment. I'll use a focus even though I don't need one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's down to like 2. But I'll do it at 3 if you want me to, because you can't go over anything.
I was going to say, yeah, you can't go lower than 3, so roll it at 3, please.
Well, I can't take away more than 3. I can go down to 2 if it's 5.
Can you?
Yeah.
Okay, then you can roll it at 2.
I thought.
Well, like I said, you can only lower a difficulty by 3 points, but if the difficulty is 5 and you lower it by 3, that's 2.
I thought the minimum diff was 3.
If you say so, I'll do it that way.
I tell you what, roll it at 3 for security's sake, and if you can find me a rule that says otherwise, just post me a link or post me a page number.
I got odd success, so it starts at 6 now.
Yes, it starts at 6.
Okay. My intelligence is 2. So I roll 5 dice for this, but I think my merit helps right now.
Which is the merit?
Prestige.
Prestige does not apply in this particular situation.
Okay.
There's a reason it's intelligence estimate.
I said you the rules. I don't have to. You don't have to describe it for me. I'm good. I'll spend the willpower point.
Okay. Do you succeed?
Nope. I got one success plus one success, so that's 2.
Because you used entropy, I will lower the threshold down to 2 successes, to be fair. So you actually get bang for your entropy buck. All right. What color did you want to gift wrap the gift?
Red.
Red is actually considered to be a very offensive color to use, as it symbolizes the wanton passions or usage of bloodshed. I would suggest, if you wish to use a particular color, green is considered to be the color of good luck and good fortune.
Not in China, but okay.
In Japan, it genuinely is.
I know, but remember, he's trained by a Chinese guy. So yeah, we'll knock it out. The right color. An auspicious color.
As you enter through the large automatic doors into the Temple of 1,000 Happinesses, 2 identical twins, or a set of identical twins rather, will bow to you very politely and say in unison, Welcome to the Temple of 1,000 Happinesses, Mr. Monk. Or the monk, rather.
How are you? You know who I'm here to see.
We are reasonable. Thank you for your concern. Would you care to step this way, please?
I will step that way.
Cool. You are led through the casino floor and down into a side passage that leads through a pair of sliding wood doors into a much more traditional room than the previous room in which you stood. You will be asked to step into a small changing room and will be presented a robe.
They'll put the robe on.
Cool. They will hang up your clothes very politely, and they will lead you. They won't take your gift from you. You will be allowed to continue to carry that, and they will lead you through another set of double doors at the end into a steaming warmth as you hit the kind of murky fog of steam as you walk through a large bathhouse, a large series of baths, until you reach the large gilded doors at the other end. You see many faces of Asian men covered in tattoos all looking at you as you step through the large gilded doors until you find yourself in a private bathroom, roughly about 30 meters across in a gigantic circle. At the center of the circle, there is indeed a bath, wherein you will see wherein you will see 2 rather attractive young women who you would guess are more than likely of Asian descent, though themselves are not entirely Asian. You will see seated on a large chair that is just beneath a large golden dragon statue, the figure pictured here. His sword, because your character is interested in that, is in the mouth of the golden dragon. There is a rather rambunctious crashing noise as the figure pictured on Adam's screen will bounce towards you excitedly.
Oh my god, no person! No person! No person! Oh my god, what is this? Oh, you have a thing? What's that? What's that? Oh shit, that's not good. Dude, is that bad? Wait, Shiso, are you here to see this guy? Who's this guy?
He will raise a hand very slowly and he will say, Calm yourself, Ling Zhao.
Okay, I'll try. I'm just really excited.
I know. He will stand up and he will offer a polite bow to the monk and he will say, in English, Welcome to my humble home.
Yeah, man, it's good to see you. Is the gift still red?
No, it's green now.
Okay.
Good luck.
Good that you got that thing there. Yeah. What kind of?
I felt that I got something to return to you.
Oh, wait. What are you going to return? Did we lose something?
After a fashion.
What the heck does that mean?
It means he believes that we did. He will hold his hand out, and one of the ladies will step out of the bath. She is completely naked as the day she was born. I'm going to assume the monk keeps his eyes very much above the level, keeps his hand above the level of his eyes.
Mm.
Do you
The dragon, however, will go.
do you physically check them out, or do you not? That is an important question.
They're not people to me.
There we go. Cool.
Hey,
She will
girl.
walk up to you and she will bow deeply. She will tap the dragon on the snoot. And she will bow deeply to the man before she will extend her hands to accept the gift.
You will give the gift.
She will
Yes.
pad back across the room. Oh, sorry. Continue, Adam.
Yeah, the dragon just sniffs intently at the gift and kind of is hovering around it.
She will place it on the arm of Saisho's chair, and he will casually sit back in his chair using his long fingers. He'll pick open the silk wrapping, because I'm going to assume you use silk because it seems to me to be the most appropriate, revealing the compass underneath, and he will say,
But you're not excited?
he will shrug, and he will say, "It is a beautiful and rather old device. May I ask where you acquired it?"
I was invited to dinner. I felt somebody had disrespected something, so I took it.
Hardcore.
He will say, "May I ask, these are not uncommon devices. Why is it you felt to bring it to me?"
Because
So it's not
like me,
bad?
you're stuck. Because just like me, you're stuck between a couple worlds, and in one of those worlds, there's something other than this thing here.
This is correct.
What does that mean? People talk all weird. And just kind of starts spinning and flying around and circling the entire pool up above your heads.
Saisho stands up and he will bow again, and he will say, "However, I could not possibly accept such a gift from a new acquaintance. You do me far too much honor."
Ooh.
As it befits your station, I figure you might want to accept that.
You speak highly of me, and you bring honor to myself and to my ancestors. However, I could not deprive you of an item of such loveliness.
If I did not think that I was passing it along to an honorable person, I would not have brought it. I think that it is in good hands, the proper hands, the correct hands.
You
Aw.
have done me a great service, and I gladly accept your benefice in this matter. You will, once again, very slight bow. Do you wish
Same distance, same duration.
Cool. Do you wish to know what the item is?
Only if you wish to tell me.
Well, I want to know. And then kind of the dragon flies down, and you feel this kind of little wind buffering effect as it swirls its tail over to the item and just kind of swirls around it, examining it.
Saisha will very gently lean down and give the dragon scritches under its chin, on its beard.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
This is, I suppose, the Gaijin equivalent phrasing would be a spirit compass. It is a method by which the incorporeal dead are able to be seen via the eyes of all and sundry individuals. It was commonly used by common necromancers in order to exhibit pay from people in a bygone era who wished to physically see their loved ones once again.
Ooh. That's
Yeah.
quite the gift.
Like,
Hmm?
like spirit sight training wheels? Like
Essentially,
training wheels.
yes. More so contemplates. It is something for a showman to flim-flam. They do indeed see the ghosts of those around them, and I am led to understand that spirits are drawn to stand in their light, thus showing themselves. However, there is no real communication. It is merely a matter of seeing beyond into the lands of Jade.
Hmm. Jade, huh?
Yes.
What's Jade do again?
You'll contemplate that. Jade is the purity of heaven made manifest and physical. He'll show the fact he wears a jade ring on his index finger.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember you telling me about that.
So, you have done me a service, monk. How may I repay it?
If I tell you what I want, you try and kill me.
Or
What?
the service could simply be that for your gracious gift, I will not kill you.
But they ask me this thing, my life's not on the line. Neither is anybody I care about. But I get to ask one thing.
You have my word. I will not lash out at any given personage for your asking of the question.
First things first, we're keeping this place. The undead don't get to have it, right?
I am in agreement. I have made the Gaki have already made a spectacle of themselves before me. They are not suitable business partners.
So we're pushing them out. We're keeping them out, yeah?
He'll nod.
All right. Second thing. There is an Asura.
Hmm.
Yeah.
There are many of those.
Yes, but this one is rather powerful.
Hmm.
Conversations were had, things were exchanged. I have proof that I am in allegiance with the true oblivion.
Little dragon kind of floats towards the monks, like kind of the side. It kind of loops around, goes to the side of his face, and like, I wonder what his earwax smells like. Tangy.
He will say, "So, what service is it you wish? You dance around the question. You give me statements, not answers."
Or questions. I want it destroyed. It messes with the balance of things. You are here. I am here. It is here. The other thing was here. All was in balance. Well, needed to be in balance. But now you are here. I am here. It is here. It does not need to be here.
He will contemplate and he will say, "I have a suspicion I know what it is you ask." He will hold out his hand and the sword will move the about 2 feet distance into his hand. He doesn't draw it, he just holds it and he says, You think the Fang here is capable of destroying this Akuma. Is that correct?
No. I think it is capable of destroying something like that. It isn't. But what is inside of it is.
Can you elaborate?
You would have to allow something into your house that you don't want to for me to elaborate.
I see. So, I am somewhat confused. What is the boon you would seek?
Simply when the time comes that you swing a sword.
He will contemplate. He'll lean back in his chair. A cup of tea is brought by the same servant who handed him the compass, and he will take a sip of it. A bowl of
Yes.
tea is also placed beside his throne, clearly for the dragon.
The dragon kind of goes over immediately. Oh, this is my favorite drink. He just says, "Seisha, why do you always talk to people who talk all funny and weird?"
Make no mistake, we have to keep up the pretense. The pretense has to exist, or suspicions will occur. But the pretense must stay. For propriety.
Miss, can I have more? Yeah, thank you.
She will dutifully pour more from a kettle. He will contemplate and he will say, when the time comes, I will swing a sword. This is an agreeable opportunity. And considering the amount of money as base a concept and influence these Gaki appear to wield, it is better that we stand united against them so it serves both of our aims in the long run. Would you not agree?
Oh, we will do that. He goes, yes, we are in agreement, but agreement does not necessarily mean alliance.
No. As I have said, I have my interests and you have yours. Provided the two do not need to intersect, then there's no need for open conflict. However, currently, were the two factions to have some semblance of alliance, people would seek to work within to create division, to split up the powers that have invested in us both, whilst now they seem to work in a rather interesting dance to see if we will end up coming to blows with one another.
Yes, as long as something happens, they will think they've accomplished something. So we will allow those somethings to happen if they feel that they've accomplished something.
Hey, this is agreeable to me. In the spirit of this union, I will give you something, a piece of information that you may find of value. Have you ever heard of a man by the name of Florin de Medici?
Out of character, have I?
Do you want to roll me? Do you have any finance?
Man, please.
I don't know if that's a yes or no.
That's not a thing in this game. If it was, I would. I'm just playing. No, I have lots of streetwise. No.
Wow. Yeah, you can roll streetwise, intelligence streetwise.
Oh man, can I ask one more? Says she. The little dragon says to the servant girl.
She will do what she is asked.
Do you got any of those biscuits? So good.
She will bring it. He, for the record, what he defines as biscuits that are really good are in fact graham crackers. And she will just bring them out, leave the box down next to it.
Oh.
4 success.
Okay. Florin de Medici is a banker. But Marcus, do you know what Nama is?
No.
Okay. Nama was a European Union initiative in order to bail out Ireland's banks during the financial crisis.
All right.
It's an incredibly powerful financial fiscal organization linked to the EU. He's one of the 3 overseers of NAMA in Ireland. So aside from his own personal fortune, which is more than likely in the billions, he also controls a huge amount of money that's being used to help fund the state. On another note, he also has a huge hand in criminal activities, particularly in things like corporate crime and other white-collar stuff. And he has his own street following of basically what you would lovingly refer to as Italian Goombas.
Which part my character looks over, he goes, Is he making a move?
In a manner of speaking, not necessarily a move, and he is not moving himself, but he is positioning pieces on the board, from what I'm led to understand, in the form of these Gaki who he is sending to my door.
Then we make him feel bad because we can make a phone call that none of them know we can make. But once we ring that bell, we can't unring it.
He will shake his head and he will say, "No, I do not believe such drastic action is yet necessary. He is more of an annoyance. I am merely warning you in case he is the American or the English term undead. This language is clumsy to me. I believe it is. In case he attempts to use his sway with these Gaki to interrupt your business dealings."
He will. They always do.
He kind of eats the crackers all strange. There's a strange kind of almost purring sound he makes when he's eating the crackers.
Crackers. He will lean on his chair.
He is one thing he goes, they're not finished cleaning up.
What do you mean?
They're not finished cleaning up. The message that only you can pass. They might listen.
I understand. He'll nod his head. This has been a very pleasant conversation.
Yes, it's been good talking to you. He kind of goes up to Marcus, swims over to Marcus, and like, "Thanks for the gift, man." And then has almost his tail curled up to get a high five.
Is the dragon cat-like in any way?
Not really, no.
Not really, no.
He will high five the dragon.
I mean, how many times in your life do you say you get to high five a dragon?
And then he'll almost like
Like,
he'll swirl around your arm and around your body, then go back to the crackers. And you feel almost like just for a brief moment, feel like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders.
whereas your character, on the other hand, yeah, your dragon, he feels icky.
You'll probably plunge into the water at some point. But Saisho will stand and he will say, "Should you require another conversation, you know where to find me."
That I do. And since he's dismissed me in the most eloquent ways of ever, I will leave.
Cool. You will be given back your clothing. Obviously, it will. You know what? Because they're totally Asian, they even, they were in the process of dry cleaning your pants.
Pants though.
Hashtag just that little bit, But she will say, he will, as you go, he will say, "May the fortunes and Shenzhen May the fortunes and Shenzhen Sai forever smile upon you, monk."
You know what I'm gonna say.
That is the first time I think Saisho's ever really laughed and seen. Go figure. All right. On that note, thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, assistant, for assisting. And I hope everyone has a pleasant evening. Ciao.